Well, hello and welcome to day 2 of the CSF coverage of ACR 2022. My name's Ian McInnes. I'm the Vice Principal and Head of College in the University of Glasgow in Scotland, and it's absolutely my pleasure to highlight some of the brilliant abstracts that will be presented at the Congress today. Now, day 2 features a number of RA abstracts presented across a range of poster sessions, including RA treatment poster sessions 2 and 3. I want to highlight particularly the oral session, RA Treatment 1, Switching or Discontinuation of Therapies, as this contains 3 of our editors' pick. First, we have Satoshi Kubo presenting on sustained remission following tofacitinib discontinuation. And this is followed by a look at outcomes for JAK inhibitor treatment following first-line adalimumab, presented by Demetrios Pappas. And rounding out the 3 picks is a study from the Core Evitas registry on pain and treatment switching in patients. So these are all really critical abstracts, starting to give us real-world insight into how we can use the Janus kinases optimally in clinical practice. And particularly, I want to point out the potentially independent effects that these molecular modes of action can have on the management of pain, which, as we all know, is one of the biggest issues concerning our patients. Now, for those of you with a particular interest in psoriatic arthritis, I'd like to draw your attention to spondyloarthritis, including PSA, Treatment 2. PSA session is taking place at 3 p.m. Now, 3 therapies are presenting data during this session. A phase 2 study of izokibep, presented by Frank Boyerns, the 52-week results of the phase 2 study in deucravacitinib from Philip Mees, and the phase 3 results of bimekizumab in TNF inadequate responder patients from Joseph Marola. So each of these is interesting in their own right. We're still going after the IL-23, IL-17A axis with these new modes of action. Deucravacitinib, kind of interesting. So that's a JAK inhibitor, but it inhibits the 4th member of the family, TYK2. We've already seen the early 6-month data from that phase 2 trial from Philip, and now we're going to see what happened through 1 year. And similarly with Joe Marola telling you about the bimekizumab effects in patients with psoriatic arthritis. A very interesting molecule in the making, high efficacy in skin and at least equivalent efficacy as to that which we've seen with other MOAs in musculoskeletal compartments. Now, rounding out day 2 are our AxSpA selections, which are concentrated into one key session. Makes it easy for us all. Spondyloarthritis, including PSA, treatment poster 2, mixed. We have 2 evaluations of ixekizumab in this session, with Sofia Ramiro presenting on its effect in PROs, patient-reported outcomes, and an overview of safety results from trials in psoriasis, psoriatic arthritis, and AxSpA, presented once again by Atul Deodar. In addition to these, Xenophon Baraliakos presents insights into the effectiveness of BASDAI versus ASDAS to evaluate axial involvement in psoriatic arthritis patients. This last presentation is really interesting. There's an ongoing debate about whether the spinal involvement in, you call it primary AxSpA, and that which occurs when patients also have coincident psoriatic disease are the same or distinctive processes. Why does that matter? Well, the P90 inhibitors, you'll recall, were not particularly efficacious in primary axial disease, but we're just getting hints that something might be happening in the axial skeleton in patients with psoriatic arthritis. More coming in this space. Well, those are my top picks for day 2 of ACR 2022. Thanks so much for listening. This year's conference offers a real wealth of insights that will impact our clinical practice now and in the future. And of course, remember that you can get more of our coverage for this year's Congress at cytokinesignaling.com. It's day 2, you've still got energy, enjoy.